All right, guys, here we go. And we're going to play the new song that I made yesterday, the Market Makers Game. It's the evolution of a trader. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bingo and a bango.
Trader to my market. I'll make you rich or take it all. Step in, rookie, look at the green, stacks on the screen, digital dream. Market makers whispering profits unseen. Buy the dip, flip quick, chase that gleam. But behind the bid lies the scheme. Market makers flashing Lambos and yachts, showing screenshots, fake gurus not getting caught. Everyone wins till they do not. Traders felt the hunger, hearts started to plot. Charting lines on the screen, support and resistance, traders building routine, liquidity pools where market makers hide the money making machines, sweeping highs, taking stops, market ain't clean. Traders now learning the trap, fake breaks the bait, run them up then liquidate. Now we see the tricks we calibrate, we ain't falling for the market makers game. Money don't move till emotion does, charts don't lie, they show what was. Fear and greed, that's what market makers love, but we stay calm. Intuition, quit and you lose it all. Now we trade with intuition, aware of the trading downfall. Small losses, big wins, balance and flow. Confidence rising, conviction grows. Compound the gain, never chase that show. Risk to reward, tight stops and play. Traders moving smart, the market makers sway. Still we grind each candle day.
That's right, guys. The flash crash happened and traders got liquidated. Traders got liquidated. I'm one of them. I got liquidated, but we live and we trade for another day. We don't have all our money in one spot. So that's very important. We just had a really, really big lesson that was given to us. We didn't want it, but we have it anyway. And everything that happens, it makes us stronger. So let's go, guys. 3, 2, and a 1. Bingo bango. Let's do it. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Oh, well, thank you. Wasn't expecting that. Thank you. Appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for sticking around. Granted, we ran a little bit late just due to the fact that my camera wasn't working again. So I went ahead and rebooted the computer. And instead of just a really quick reboot, it took like 10 minutes. But I'm glad the camera is working because last time we rebooted and the camera did not work. So like I said, good things. All right. Let's get some shout outs. We got a bunch of people in here. I greatly appreciate everybody. Who was first? We have Bullish on Parade was first. We have a beer, a taco, and a first. There's Bullish on Parade. I love this. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's do some shout outs. Let's see here. We got Army Piper with the bingos and the bangos. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much. We got Crypto Caveman. Appreciate you. Glittery Marshmallow. Appreciate you very much. Oh, not sure what's going on. And got the Matrix happening right now. See here. We got Chris in the house. Very nice. Army Piper says, "Tell me everything, Sign. Just tell me that. Just tell me that." Dude, I am so looking forward to watching your show tomorrow. Because of course, Army Piper lays it down. He tells you what's going on as far as the market, as far as the economy, just everything else. So matter of fact, I was talking to one of my YouTube buddies. I was like, man, I got to watch Army tomorrow for sure. See what's going to happen for this coming week. So just to let you know, guys, Army Piper is the way to go. So that's, of course, the Piper Academy Network. And if we have any admins, if we can please put the link in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. Floki's Angels, very nice. Got Chris. I'm about ready to short a Bitcoin, to be honest. Yeah, we'll look at that. We will look at that. Trade with intuition. You have to. Like, you seriously have to. You have to trade with intuition, because if you trade with emotions, ooh-wee, get you wrecked. It will get you wrecked. Army says, I'm still short Bitcoin from 126. Very nice. And still long from 112,700. Man, that is a nice play right there. That's a very nice play. Got Sin in the house. Thank you, Sin, for being here. Appreciate you very much. Going down the list. Okay. I longed all this XRP that I was holding for some guy. All gone. Oh, no. Just kidding. Let's see here. John says, smash the like. Thank you, John. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. I know better. Yeah, I was actually in longs. I was leverage trades. And I was out of town. I mentioned this the Friday and yesterday. I was out of town. I had just left. I left about 4 o'clock and didn't check my phone until 7. And then sure enough, a bunch of people were messaging me. It's like, hey, you know what? I got to get back to the office. Let me go back to town. Give me about an hour. It takes about an hour to come back over here. And sure enough, I look, and all of my, except for my shorts, I had one short, did really well, but still, all my other positions, oh my gosh. I was really happy that we took profit on our BNB. That one we did pretty good. For the group, I mentioned for them just to have it as a spot trade. But of course, every setup that I do, if you want, you can do leverage. For me, I had it at a 3x leverage, and I took profits, when it went way up, and then moved up my stop loss, and the price came right down to my stop loss. Like, really? Thanks, guys. Going down the list. Loving the green bubbles. Yeah. I got a lot of messages today as far as the green bubbles. They're doing really nice. We're gonna check on the bubbles. See here, Andre. I believe it was pronounced Andre. What's up, Andre? Appreciate you, man, being here. Now, just to let you know, hey, Melissa, everybody who's still here in crypto, it's kind of like the market makers are a hurricane, and they go and they try to disrupt stuff and break down houses and trees and the whole nine. But if you can, which we gather as a community, we help each other out, and we rebuild. And that's what we're doing. We're rebuilding. We're not, oh, you know what, forget it. I'm out of here. I'm gone. Forget this stuff. No, because we know this is what they do to us. And we just got to stay strong, reinvest. And all of this is a learning lesson. So if you had all of your money in leverage, well, now, okay, that was a problem because, well, all our money's gone. Solution, have some money in leverage and some money in spot. If you had stop losses in place, and this is something we've been mentioning for quite a while now, like all the setups that I'm doing, the majority of them, they're longer term holds. Month, 2 months hold, with the anticipation of them pulling back 25, 30% for the first lower entry. Second lower entry, about 55, 60%. Now, granted, do we want them to go down that low? Not really, but if they do, then what we saw Friday, we can be hopefully in the plus. It just depends if the orders get filled. All right, moving on. So here, going to the list, FD White is coming on too. Hey, all right. Yeah, he was on yesterday. He came in here. Man, he's got a lot of great videos. He's been doing a lot of, and one thing I love about FD White is that he does a lot of the psychological stuff, like not so much, what I love watching about him is not so much like trade setups or lines or anything like that. Just guys, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. This is what happened. This is what I'm looking at. I really like that. Like, he'll be in his car talking. So here, day is going well. I had a migraine yesterday and it's better today. Migraine, so. See here, did you see the price on Binance where it went? No. For Atom? No. A bunch of different ones had different prices. So yeah, definitely smash the like. Hey Diggity, thank you, man. We're gonna get to the charts. If you have any coins you want me to do, let me know. If you have any questions in reference to trading, let me know. And then I say this, of course, to everybody. Even though you're an experienced trader, I really love questions from you, because what that does, one, it verifies that I know what I'm talking about, for one. And I might not know, and you could help me out. And two, it could possibly help a newer trader who doesn't even know to ask that question yet. So give you a heads up on that. All right, so I believe we went to, Army Piper says 0.01 cent, Adam. Some guy longed it from there. Wow. We got Techman in the house. Thank you, Techman. Appreciate you. Steve, appreciate you guys. Okay, I'm just about done with the hellos, and Wix Wi-Fi 89. Appreciate you very much for being here. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. Let's get started. But when things keep crashing so low, I lose hope. So diamond hands. Yeah, so for me, do I have diamond hands? No. I'm gonna sell, and I will sell. I'm not round tripping. I'm not doing that. But my mindset, my thought process, and of course we've expressed this for many, many months, buy, hold, and then have lower entries because we're expecting pullbacks. Now, did we expect the flash crash? No. And there are so many YouTubers, and Army Piper, please, for the love of God, please do not say that you expected it. I don't know if you made videos already or not, but like there's so many YouTubers out there. I called it, I told you, and you know, we saw this and this, and it came not. Every trader who knows how to trade, in my opinion, was looking at potentially coming down lower than going up. However, it could still go up because, well, FOMO. Anything can happen. But the likelihood of it coming down is greater. Why? Because it went up. It just makes sense. But there's a lot of traders out there, man. I saw one. I kind of don't want to say who it is because he's well, we'll just say, if I say, okay, so I'm going to say his brother is very, very popular. That's all I got to say. And you already know who I'm talking about. But he was saying that. And I'm like, come on, man. Anyway, I'll get off that. Let's see here. Yeah, he made something like 10,000% insane. Really? That's great. See here. Dutchy says, I canceled date night for this stream. Well, thank you, Dutchy. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Going down the list. All right. So I believe I'm all caught up. Yeah, Coinbase, Binance, all these, they were kind of just wacky. And I believe CryptoFace said that the exchange that didn't go down was Blowpin. Now, I do have a link. It's a referral link. If you're interested, please use the referral link. If you don't use it, I will never know. But if you do use it, it helps support the channel. Okay. Yes, definitely check out Army Piper. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you. All right. Nope, I called a dump to 118 on Friday. Went right past it. Now, as far as retracements and where the price could go, yeah, sure. Like we all have those levels. But none of us knew, in my opinion, that, oh, it's going here and then a flash crash. Eventually, sure. You know, we've done drawings before too. All right. So here. Finally got it figured out. Awesome. Very good. Okay. So let's get started, guys. Right now, Crypto Bubbles, COAI up 269%. I still don't know what this is. Nobody ever asked about it, so I don't look at it. So if you do want to look at any of these, let me know. And if there's a coin that I'm not too familiar with, we do like a little deeper dive. We have a bunch of coins coming up on the daily. Now, granted, don't get super happy because you're seeing 15%, 40%, 10%. Just remember, they all went down 50, 70%. So keep that in mind. But this is good, though, if you're hopefully, you know, getting spots or maybe even leverage. Leverage, very tricky right now. For my group, I'm saying we got to wait, guys. We got to wait. I want to be safe. I want to be safe. Safe money doesn't make any money. But and by the same token, we just got like hurt really, really bad if you're doing leverage. And it's like, okay, let's just wait. You know, we don't need to catch the bottom. We don't need to say, oh, we got it at this price so we can boast about it on X. We don't need to do that. You know, there's several others that will do that. We don't need to do that. For the hourly, boring, very boring. Zcash. Oh my gosh. Zcash, can you take a break, please? Please take a break. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let's look at this really quick. Alt season, really don't even need to look at it, but we're at 45. Yesterday we were at 33. Last week 59. Let's go to the liquidations heat map and let's refresh this. This is on the 24-hour. We have a lot of liquidations to the bottom. 82.95 million and 89. Joe, move your big head. Joe, okay. 89.74. Price is at 111,391. We don't really have liquidations towards the top. Let's go to the 12-hour time frame. On the 12-hour time frame, hey, we got Crypto Change Me in the house. What's up, man? Boom, made the live stream. Thank you, brother. So we don't really have too much towards the top. We have a lot towards the bottom. Why? Well, people are buying the dip. People are buying and they're putting their liquidations or the stop loss down here. Does this mean that we're going down here? No. As we go up, we create liquidity to the downside. As we go down, we create liquidity towards the upside. And in order for us to come down here, it is impossible for us to get here without breaking this level. This is why I trade level by level. Now, if we break this level, does that mean we are going here? No. However, we have a higher probability that we're going here. The closer we get, the higher the probability. Joe, that kind of makes sense, but it's dumb that you say it. Well, it's very important to have the mentality, the mindset of anything can happen. I've seen many times where the price action came right to the liquidation spot and then reversed. So just because it comes down does not mean it breaks this level, does not mean it will come here, just higher probability. The closer it gets, the higher the probability until it hits it. And if it doesn't, then it comes up. Well, then now we created liquidity towards the top side. So this is why it's very important when you're trading liquidity to understand that the market makers know that we use this tool. They know this. So what they can do also is put spoof orders where they'll say, this is a really, really hot spot and people start shorting to this area and then they'll cancel it. And then they're getting all the liquidations as it reverses. All right, so that's enough of that. Let me catch up on the chat really quick. And then, hey, there's BC4 Corp. What's up, man? Appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for all the love and support. Appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. All right, so let me catch up on the chat really quick. And then, let's see here. Yes, so Army Piper shows their Eastern Standard Time. And you can't miss them. You cannot miss them. Like, if you miss them, you're missing out big time. So here, going down the list really quick. I appreciate you, man, for being here. Going down the list. Okay. Almost done. And just checking up on the chat really quick. Steve says, what is the current ASI percentage? What is that? I don't know what that is. So let me know, Steve, what is ASI percentage? Because that I don't know. I don't know what that abbreviation is. And then let me know. Okay, going on the list. On the list, okay. Army says, I just joined a boat club. No maintenance, just show up, oh man, that's crazy. Now that's sweet right there. That is sweet. That's really sweet. Okay, go in the list. Okay. Bullish on Parade, what's up, man? I'm thinking we might come down and retest the level, drop maybe lower, grab some liquidity. And we could possibly. So let's go ahead and look at this. Let's go ahead and look. So when this happened, and then we started seeing this, then we did a lower low and a lower high. And this whole time I'm watching it and I'm updating my group. Like, all right, guys, a lot of people right now, they bought the dip, and it's very dangerous because it's the weekend, low volatility for one, and two, the market they're still shooken. They're still shooken out. They're still like shaking themselves off, like, man, what just happened? I just lost a lot of money. And they're trying to buy the dip, and then they see it lower and then a lower high, And then now this is like, oh man. So what we want to do is we want to just wait. We missed out on this move, so what? It could come all the way down, break the low, and then boom, comes down some more. It's okay. It's okay. What we want to do is this, and I mentioned this, I believe it was on my VIP, and I think the free portion of the Discord, I don't like Discord, but the free portion of the Discord, I believe I made a video for them too, that the level I'm looking for is this. It's right here. Now that it broke out, great. Did I enter? I'll wait. What if it goes up 13%? It's okay. It's okay. We're going to make money, you know, and I would like to see it pull back and then we can get in there. Like this right now looks really good. You know, depending on your risk tolerance. Shoot, man, I think it looks pretty good. So this would be the level that I want it to maintain. We'll leave it like this. Do this. So it's 113, 196. And if you wanted to, and we can probably do a setup too, but I mean, here be an entry and then expecting a potential pullback to here really, and then continuing up. But I'll look at more of that later. Let's see here. I want to give it more time to the candles. I mean, they tell you stories, and I want to see what it's going to do. I already do. And I'm okay with waiting. Okay, Wix 5. Okay. Going down the list. Okay. See back problems. Hopefully you get better. John says Bitcoin 115. Yeah, it's moving. It's moving. It's pumping. It's pumping. See here. Wix 5 says just do 1 to 2 minutes of dead hangs daily. There you go. Deji says, how's the treadmill, Joe? Still plugged in or use it for hanging your clothes on? It's a funny story. I'm a pest control guy, and my customer, she just bought a weight bench and all this exercise. And I go and I look at it, and I'm just standing there, and she's looking at me, and she's like, Joe? And I said, I'm kind of, because she saw a confused look on my face. And I said, I'm kind of confused. You really can't hang too much clothes on this. She goes, Joe, that's what I did with my last one, but I got a new one. And so no, I'm actually still using it. Actually today I did an hour and a half. Yesterday I did 166 minutes, whatever that is. And then all the other days it's an hour. So what's 166 minutes? I never looked at that up. Let's see here. Army says about 3,000 worth more Bitcoin on Friday. Low range. There you go. I don't think it's over. Yeah. Not fundamentals. Yeah. And here's the thing too, like the absolute safest thing, and we kind of talked about this earlier, yesterday, buying spot. Spot is very boring. So boring. Leverage, exciting, man. You can make all this money, but just know, of course, we saw what could happen. We could have a flash crash, it's get liquidated. And like all these coins that I was in, like I'm monitoring them. I was like, oh, okay, it's down X amount. I know we're about to send. Let me double my entry, or let me double my margin. And then so I'm just watching, oh, okay, it comes down some more. Let me put some more in. And so that's what I was doing. And then, well, boom, no, they're all gone. Did it hurt? Sure. Did I know the risk? 100%. Am I okay with that? You have to be. Nothing you can do about it. You know? All right. But yeah, I'm still using my treadmill. I'm loving it. So I have a stand-up desk, and I have my treadmill, and my big old, TVs I'm using as a monitor, and another monitor. And as I'm going, I try not to do my videos and my audios too long, because I'm, Joe, someone chasing you? Like, oh, I'm out of breath. Let's see here. Alt season indicator. Okay, so I don't remember what you were asking. So hopefully the thing hopefully it already answered your question. But yeah, I forgot. Like I forgot what you were asking. I'm also seeing a V-shaped recovery everywhere. Yeah. So it's only a V-shaped recovery if it continues going up. Just like a long wick reversal. If it rolls over here, well, then now the V's gone. And also nobody will talk about this long wick reversal. Nobody will talk about that if we go down. But yeah, so the more time we have, the more we see. And we're gonna get into that in just a second. All right. Let's see here. Go into the list. Okay. Yeah, man, it really gets me upset as far as Trump and everything. It gets me really upset. I mean, their family's making so much money. It's crazy. Army says, I need to get my water line in as good of condition as my portfolio started. Hey, there you go. Okay, very good. All right, so let's see here. I need to get my waistline in as good as condition as my portfolio started. Hey, there you go. What is that one? Is that the shots? Is that the shot? I heard those are expensive. I heard those are really expensive. Okay. But if you got money, shoot, man. All right. So here, to me it looks good. So let's kind of zoom out. Let's just zoom out. Let's zoom out. Let's hide this really quick. Okay, you can see everything. All right. So this was from Friday. This was Friday's stream. We were here. This was our bounce zone. We don't want it breaking below this. If we break below this, well, then hopefully we can get bounce here. This was at right around 117. But this is what we're looking at. And did we think we were going to go to the moon on Friday? No. And I'm seeing all these YouTubers, all these people, man, it makes me sick. It really does. Where, they're saying, there's a triple top or whatever, and this move shouldn't have surprised anybody, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, eventually it coming down, like anybody who knows how to chart, the probability of coming down is greater until we go up. Why? Because we've done nothing but go up. The more we go up, like here we have a chance of rolling over, but we don't. Here we have a chance of rolling over, but we don't. So every time we go further up, the probabilities of rolling over increases. Why? Because we're just going up and 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 up, and finally we start rolling over. So here, I'm thinking, okay, we might bounce up, but eventually come down to here, and hopefully this is our level. But all these YouTubers out there, and man, it makes me so upset. Because, oh yeah, all the signs are clear. And there's one particular person that I saw, he made a video, I believe it was Friday or Saturday. And he's a brother of somebody who's very, very well known. And he was just on and on how he knew. And there's other traders out there too, how they knew that we're coming down here. No, these are probabilities. These are all levels. These are levels that every trader who knows how to trade and knows how to identify key levels, these are all levels that we do. Nobody knew this was going to happen. Nobody, except the insider who did several $1 million worth of Bitcoin short 30 minutes prior to Mr. Tariffs. Yeah. But nobody knew this was going to happen. The probability of this happening, very high, very high. Probability of this happening, this right here, I want to say like 85% probability. This right here, about 70%, because it would have gone, if we do a fib retracement from here to here, this is underneath the 618 and about the 786, about. So this bounce, okay, we could probably see this. This coming down here and breaking the levels, like, I mean, the probability is still there, but it's not as high as this one or as this one. But the probability of everybody, and it's so freaking funny, man. It's so freaking funny how everybody knows everything after it happens. After it happens. Oh yeah, definitely. We saw this and blah, blah, blah. It's like, really? How come you didn't talk about it before? Huh? Talk about the day after, sure. There was one. There was one. Where was it? I think it was here. There was, like, I believe it was this right here. Like so many channels that I catch. I think it was like a 4 hour, whatever time frame it was. Price was, I think like price was here or something. And they're like, yeah, guys, you know, we knew it was going to come down here. Our group knew it, Discord, Telegram, whatever. We knew it was going to come down here because of liquidity and this and that, blah, blah. Well, what about this liquidity? What about this liquidity? What about all this down here? We knew it was going to come down here, blah, blah. And so they're just bragging how great their team is and how great their thought process is on entering trades, the whole nine. And it comes up. Awesome. What happens? Not one person that I hear say about this liquidity. You're building liquidity on the way up. The faster you go up, the more liquidity you build. But nobody mentioned this because they were probably expecting maybe a bounce here and coming up. Nobody. Anyway, moving on. Bitcoin, BC Port Corp says, I talked about it before. I didn't talk about that low, but I was talking about 110. Yeah. Now, all these levels that we have, like I have levels too. Everybody who can identify levels, like these are the levels that are important. If we lose one level, for example, this one, well, then here's our next one. If we lose this level, well, then here's our next one. If we lose this level, here's our next one. How low can it go? For me personally, I'm always talking about this right here. These two. That's only if these go. Do I think we're gonna go below these, the blue lines? No. Could we? Sure. But in reference to, oh, I called it, you know, I knew it was gonna come down here, or like eventually maybe, sure. It reminds me of the people that they have, you know, fib extension down here somewhere, and then their target hits up here. I told you guys, I told you the target was going to hit, and this one hits a year later. I told you guys, we called this one out, blah, blah. It only makes sense. The more time you give it, and if it goes up, it's going to hit it. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this stuff out. And what I do is I debunk a whole bunch of stuff. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. Same thing with the bear market. You can have levels for the bear market, and you give it enough time, the bear market plays out long enough, your targets are going to hit. I mean, it's literally like it happens. But anyway, I digress. Let me catch up on the chat really quick. If you have any coins, let me know. Oh, let me drink some of this. This is my Dutchy says, Joe is absolutely not talking about Nick Cypher. See, and here's the thing too. Like, I hate talking about people because I'm already shunned from like so many people. I'm already shunned because of my outspokenness. However, like, people need to hear it, because if they don't hear it, they just, from whoever they're watching, they'll watch it like, oh man, this dude knew it. He knew it. And somebody made a video. Let me get some drink real quick. Somebody made a video. Ooh, that's cold. I believe it was Friday or Saturday, where he called it. He knew it. He knew it was going to come down here. And then he's on his X page and he's saying, look, guys, I don't know how y'all didn't know that it was going to come down to these levels. It was like, seriously? And then in the middle of the video, he goes to saying that, you know, it could have gone the other way. Then towards the end of the video, he's saying that, you know, like anything can really happen, you know, but in the very beginning of the video, he's like, it was under this, moving average and this moving average and this moving average and this level. Like, how could you not see it? Really? Really? And that's what gets me upset. Like, people are hurting. People are hurting so bad right now. And some people are trying to make themselves look like the saints because they knew it was going to dump. And then towards the end of the video, that person says, you know, I didn't know it was going to come down that fast. Hello? Nobody did. This is what we were looking at. If it breaks above this, level right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, easy number to remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0. If it breaks above this, I'll be bullish. Before that, I'm not. If we come up here and make a high, I'm still not bullish. It needs to break this. This is what I was explaining on Friday. But I'm thinking, maybe overall this. Who knows? But everybody, I knew it. I told you guys, blah, blah, join my, I don't, in that video, he did not mention a group. He did not mention to pay him, nothing like that. But still, it still gets me saying that, you know, how could you not see it? Like, it was so obvious. Pullbacks, yes. Bounces. So what would have happened? I guarantee it. I'm willing to bet my life. 1,000,000%. If, let's just say the price did this and all the signals were there, all the price actions underneath, all these moving averages, there's bearish divergence, there's dots and diamonds and stars and whatever people use. Let's say it's underneath, the price action is underneath all that. And it comes down and then it bounces. You know, we use the fib retracement. It bounces, you know, between the 38 and 50% mark, and it does this, and it goes here, and it goes higher. I guarantee it. Not one of those people who knew that it was going to dump, not one of those people would say anything. They're like, oh man, like I was thinking it was going to come down and come down really hard. Everything was pointing that way, but it went up. Not one of them would say anything. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. All right, moving on. Joe, calm down. Joe, take your blood pressure medicine. All right, let me catch up on some of this chat. But you guys are the best. You guys are the best. Okay, I might skip some stuff just to let you know, just because I want to catch up really quick. Okay. Army Fiber says, top secret clearance with ACI access. Still active clearance. Good luck. Okay. Going to the list. Dudgy says, just open the chart. It actually looks textbook. Bump and run pattern. There you go. There you go. Here. Wixwife599 says, Joe, the space is full of I told you so. I know. And that's really sad. It really is. See here. I watched Dano last night. I like him. He's a nut job. He's for me, he's funny. He was in his Cloak and Dagger. He's funny. Okay, going down the list. Let's see here. I said, I told you so about my stock picks, but that's about it. My stocks were up big. Yeah. So, like for me, I'm not so much an I told you so person. This is what we talked about. And if you got it, great. If not, don't worry. We'll get others. I'm more of that type of person. I'm not so much, I told you. But yeah. Arrogance at this time is gross. Big time. David, oh my gosh, yes. Because people are hurting. People are so hurting right now, man. My heart goes out to so many people because, I mean, it's awful. And then to be like, I knew it. I told you. And watch me. It's like, dude, like that's the wrong way to get views, man. And I actually had it as a poll yesterday. You know, are you mentally okay? Like, I don't care about the financials, but are you mentally okay with what happened yesterday? This was Saturday. And, you know, it was yes, no, or I need to talk to somebody. And then I let people know that last season, there was a few people that would talk to me. Two of them were like, they were just really bad at like the financial part or whatever. And then a few of them were just, you know, marriage stuff. And I told them too, I said, listen guys, like I'm a registered nurse. I took psychology, the whole nine, but it's not even about that. It's just so that somebody can listen. If you want me just to listen, doesn't even have to be about crypto. If you just want somebody to listen, I'm your man. And I always say this at the very beginning. If you want me to listen, let me know. If you want me to give you advice, let me know. That's it. So no, I just want you to listen. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Awesome, man. Heard you out. I heard what you were saying. You know, hope everything's better. If you need to do it again, just send a message. And they will do it. But it doesn't even have to be about crypto. It's being a human being. That's what that is. Crypto Change Me says, if he didn't make millions in that dump, he didn't know. Yeah, true. Very true. Not only that, but he would have told his brother too. Now the signs were there. I mean, the signs were there for it to come down. But I'm thinking maybe we come up one last time before potentially coming down. You know, depending if you're doing leverage, well, low leverage, well, you would have been safe. Higher leverage, well, we need to wait for the breaks. So yeah. See, Chris says, Joe, can you get to work? Yeah. This is going to have to be really quick because from here we go to Billy. 15-minute time frame. Okay, so this is for Chris. I'm going to do Ondo and Turbo. Very good. So the way the stream works is I will just talk until I get coins. And then if I get coins, and there's a lot of them, not from one person, but there's a lot of coins, then I get straight to work. If not, I just talk. So I'll give you a heads up, guys. So in case y'all are new and you don't know how the format goes, because, but today we have to shut it down in 10 minutes. Because from here we go to, we show our support to Billy. See here, weekly kind of close today. Drama. Yeah. Very true. They says, thank God he's not all name. I really like the dude. I really do. He's a nut job. He's a hoot. I really like him. See here. Hey, there you go. At least we're breaking away from the weekly close being a bearish engulfing candle. That would have been worrisome. 100%. Mine started mini alt season. And the reason is it just dumps so hard. It dumps so hard that these coins, I mean, hopefully they go up. Okay, so I believe I'm all caught up on the chats. And if I missed anything, I do apologize. Okay. Kind of scrolling through the chat really quick. Yeah, so I just saw this right now. Yeah, everybody, you know, just be polite, be nice, be good. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. Let's get started. This is Zcash. Zcash, we did this one yesterday, and the price, I believe, was here. Or like, you know, yeah, go ahead and buy now. Have a lower entry, 15% lower. We didn't quite catch it, but, you know, have a lower thing here and a lower thing here. And then another thing that I mentioned yesterday on the stream was, you know, I'm not sure if y'all guys have been noticing, but for like the past month or two, when we're doing these entries, these are like longer term regular spot trades with lower entries, on average about 35% for the first, or 25 to 35% for the first lower entry, about 55, 65% on the lower entry. We've been doing this for about 2 months now. And this one, because the market cap is so great, we didn't have to go down so much. And not only that, but we had just had that dump and it didn't even affect it. So that's why we use this numbers. So again, what we're doing is we're trying to prepare ourselves for the pullbacks. Do I think we'll have another pullback? Sure, maybe 2 or 3 before the year's done. All right, let's see here. Let's do Ondo really quick and make sure that we have this one on our watch list. Yes, okay, so Ondo finance, and everybody who's here, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you're here. I greatly appreciate you. Let's go daily. So here we were talking about this way over here, and we had a lower entry. Let's hide all this. Let's move this stuff. So our lower entry did not hit, but if you would have had this lower entry, woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, the lower entry would have hit. This again is on a regular spot trade. Then after your entry, which was 18% lower than the actual price, But from here to here, it pulled back 79% or 69%. Good Lord. Ah, that's rough. Okay, so let's go and delete our 10 drawings. Right now, we're just underneath resistance. We're on the daily. So let's go ahead and adjust this, make this white, make this a 2. So we're underneath. Would I enter now? You know what? I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. We do have this zone. Just see this. Yeah, see how we stop right here? We stop here, we stop here. So this would be my support. I'm looking for a pullback. If we get a pullback, like in this zone, this is a really tight zone. So looking for a pullback here. Now, I really don't count this wick whenever I'm doing a fib retracement, because this is a scam wick. I don't even count that. But I would think that the price, let's go to a 1 hour. Look at that, right to it, boom, almost. So what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking let's wait for a pullback, and hopefully we do something like this. Maybe it's something like this. That's what I'm looking at. Could we enter now? Sure, but we have a higher chance of it pulling back. Could it go up another 8, maybe 12%? Definitely. But for me, I would definitely need to wait for the pullback. You know, the chance for us to have entered this trade, and it's going to be most of these because they look like almost every coin looks the same, would have been the break of this level, but we missed it. And it's okay. Now, if you're doing just a regular trade, it's only 7%. If you're doing leverage, well, then it's more. But for me personally, I would definitely wait. I would definitely wait. Of course, none of this is financial advice. All of this is for entertainment purposes only. I do greatly appreciate you very much. And thank you guys for putting ones in the chat. You guys are the absolute best. Let's see here. I mean, I like it. Where would my stop loss be if this was just a regular spot trade? 16%. It's too much for me. What I would do is, right now, I wouldn't have stops, just for the fact that, you know, we could have these another 25, 35% pullback. And for whatever strange reason, I don't think we're going to have another 70% pullback. But what I would do for sure, if I really like Dondo, and I do, I would do an entry here. This is a October 10th, 12th, and 2025, time is 5 p.m. And we just put YouTube. Let's see here. So I would do an entry now, but I would not put a stop loss. I would have a lower entry right here. You know, just in case it comes for this, it'd be underneath this. Hopefully we can get a bounce here. If not, maybe a wick would come and get this. But this will be a lower entry. And then I would do one more lower entry. I seriously doubt this will happen. But if it does, well, then we have a lower entry. But I don't think this will happen. So if I had $100, how would I trade this? I would do, let's say 60. I put $60 in here. And I would put 30 here, because we have a bigger opportunity, a bigger chance for this hitting. And then I'd put 10 down here. But Joe, my mentor says put more on the bottom. You can do whatever you want, but this is how I would do it. Because here I know for sure I'm in case it runs to the moon. Here I know for sure I added to my entry, because I don't know if it's going to come down, but if something happens, well, then that's what that is. He says, hey Joe, I noticed that the trading fees were going crazy when you went to sell with that big Friday. Does that normally happen? That I'm not too sure. But I know the market makers, I'm not the market makers. I know that the exchanges, they're going to make their money. You know, they're going to prevent you from buying when it's low, and they'll make it go up higher first. They will prevent you from having your stop losses hit because they'll bring it down more. Deji says, a long story. Who, me or somebody else? Let's see here. All right, so that's my thought process on this one. For me personally, I'm not trading. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the newly created pivot to occur, and then the break of that new pivot. Maybe I'll buy some down here, for sure, once it breaks a pivot. Right now, it's too early. It's kind of like eating a cake, and it's supposed to bake for 25 minutes, and you put it in there for 8 minutes, and you take it out, and it's like, oh, it looks okay. And you start eating it, it's like, oh man, maybe that was wrong. Maybe it was the wrong idea. That analogy is what entering trades right now is, in my opinion. Same thing with this one. Let's go and delete all this. Oh, this was an entry about a week ago, and here was our target, and it went boop right to us. Like, we're expecting a pullback and a bounce, hopefully here, if not here, came all the way down to our stop loss. Boop. Stop this out. Let's remove those. Same story. The time we should have, would have, could have, should have, would have was right here. Was the break of this. Candle close above this, we can enter. This would have been nice, but it moved a little bit. But for me, again, 9%, 7%. But for me, it's too early. What I want to see is price come up, price come down, price come up, break this level. Okay, now we're showing strength. Let's go. Because they could easily do this, and then this ends out to be a fake out. So for me, this one, same thing. You know, if you wanted to, if you really love Turbo and you plan on holding it for like a month or two, then same scenario. You enter a current spot, but I'm not. And let's change this color because my blues are entries. Then we would have a lower one about here, about 22%. Would be a lower entry. Let's see here, lower entry. And then one more. And since it's turbo and the market cap is much lower, the chance of this hitting potentially is greater. That's what I'm thinking. But for me personally, I just wait. Of course, none of this is financial advice. All of this is for entertainment purposes only. When we had people buying the dip, this was going, then this, and then this, and then we started rolling over. You would think that it would just go up and, you know, have a pullback and then just shoot off again. Here, this is showing that the market's not strong. Market's not ready, in my opinion. Let's see here. Okay. See, kind of catching up on the chat really quick. Yeah, same here. Same here. I purposely leave some in the bowl so I can, it's kind of like frosting in a way. It tastes so good. But if you're expecting a cake, you know, and you pull it out 8 minutes later, well, it's not a cake. All right, I have it set up already for us to go to Billy Goldtail. Just catching up on the chat really quick. I don't see anything. I'm gonna check one more time. Greatly appreciate everybody being here. Thank you for listening to my rant. And again, it's just something that is my pet peeve. And since I have a microphone and a camera, I'm gonna let people know that for me, in my opinion, it's not cool. It's not cool that you knew but yet you say it after the fact, as opposed to, guys, listen, this is very important. We're about to have a flash crash because of this, this, and this. Be very, very careful. I would strongly recommend, not financial advice, but do shorts, get out of your longs. This is what I see. It broke this level, it broke this level, it broke this level. This is imminent. We are going to zero. If you said that prior to, dude, you got my vote. But it's funny how everybody says everything after the fact. When I do stuff and it plays out, I never say, oh, I told you so. I say, it could have gone the other way, but it happened to follow our path tool exactly. Could I be wrong? Yeah. Have I been wrong? Sure. And then I show wrong examples like, yeah, I thought it was going to go down, it went up. I thought it was going to go up, it went down. This one, it happened to follow it perfectly. Does it happen all the time? Nope. I would be a rich man if that were to happen, if I knew exactly what was going to happen. But all these people, they get so full of themselves that they have the "I told you so" syndrome. Okay, that's enough of that. All right, but see here, very nice. Took profits on XRP yesterday, very nice. Deji says, I knew, but I'm not sharing my secrets. Oh no, I was prepared. True. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. I do thank you very much. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. And we will see you tomorrow. Now, of course, tomorrow, Monday through Friday, we go live Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday and Sunday at 4. I greatly appreciate you being here. Thank you for showing your love and support. Thank you for everybody smashing the like. Thank you for everybody watching my videos, smashing the like, leaving comments. You guys are the absolute best. That's all I got. I thank you very much. We'll see you in the next video. As always, don't feel like you have to be in a trade all the time. If this, recent event really wrecked you, take some time off. Go outside, plant a garden, do something. Come back with your mind fresh and start putting money back into the market. Again, this is the way of our escape. It really is. And I do thank you guys. Thank you for letting me be a part of your crypto journey. And I'm honored to be a part of yours. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you on the next one. And let's make this money. Take care.